Shalom, YouTube. It's Mad Kelp. What are you doing, Mad Kelp? I am vacuum stealing steaks at the moment. Went out to my big box store today and got a bunch of meat, bunch of steaks, and a bunch of chicken. And I like these big bottom round eyes. And portion them up, vacuum seal them, stick them in the freezer, because we know, or we suspect, that at some time in the not too distant future, it may be difficult for those of us who have not gotten a thingy. Chair. That it may be difficult for us to buy and sell. So, am I worried about it? I'm concerned. However, we meet anxiety with action. So, what I'm doing is making sure that I have enough of my favorite foods stored up, so if it comes to a point where they say, Mad Kelp, you can't come in this store, you need to have your jabby thing, and I will say, okay. And I will take my lily white Irish rear end and I will go home. And I will have some steak. So, if that does come to pass, do you guys have enough of your foods? I have some food. A little bit of food. And as much as I like rice and beans and wheat and corn, I also like some beef and some chicken and some fish. So, what I'm going to do is make sure that the Mad Kelp household has enough of those things that I like, so that I'm not worried. Because we meet anxiety with action, right? We think there's something to be anxious about. Be a good idea to take some action on that. I'm a little distracted. Crazy Dog found one of his toys and he's down here doing his best to destroy it. Because he's a crazy dog. And that's what he does. What are you doing? Are you eating stuff? Did you steal one of the toys that Mama was saving for you? Looks like. Sorry about moving you all over the house. That's how stuff happens. Anyway, so I got these steaks. We're going to put these steaks up. Add them to the number of steaks that are already in there. I keep touching my face. Bad idea to touch my face and touch food, right? So, we're going to do that. I have a few packages of chicken breasts. And some of those are going to get vacuum sealed. And some of them are going to be cold-feeded. So our buddy Jay Johns At our last meetup, showed us how to do confit, which is an interesting process. But it's a way to preserve food in oil without having to either freeze it or refrigerate it or dehydrate it. So we'll do some of that too. Hedging our bets, right? You know, doing as many things as is possible to make sure that if hard times come, that we can maintain normalcy for as long as is humanly possible. Right? Because that's what we do. So, why are you being persnickety? You don't do that. Land of, oh crap, that's broke. So, question is, are you doing the same? You know, and I'm a huge fan of rice and beans. And I have multiple grinders for corn and wheat. And that stuff gets kind of boring. I like some red meat and some chicken with my rice and beans. Well, Mad Cow, you could just go out there and kill all those deer in your yard. Can I? You remember during the Great Depression, when our population was significantly lower than it is now, that whitetail and turkey in the eastern United States was hunted almost to extinction. We have, in this day and age, we have a lot more people and a lot more firearms and a lot more folks think that they are proficient with those firearms. And I'm more than happy to go out and slaughter the deer population within a couple of weeks, should things get silly. So, there's no guarantee that I'm going to be able to go walk out in my backwoods and shoot Bambies to my heart's content. Right? That may not be an option. I'm sure it will be for a little while. But I don't think there's a winter's worth of four-legged backstraps wandering around. If things get silly, things get stupid, you know. The other thing that we keep hearing about is that there's going to be issue with the supply chains. So, even if you have got your little ouchie thing, you don't guarantee when you go to the store that there's going to be food in it. Those people grab their trusty rifles and have been sitting in their closet for who knows how many years. And they will commence to start sending lead all over eastern Pennsylvania. And I don't know about you, but when that lead starts frying, I don't want to be anywhere in the vicinity of four-legged backstraps. Because some of those people will not be proficient with those firearms, nor will they give big rat's patootie. There's some Irishmen wandering around in there trying to find the same backstrap that they are. So in any case, me being me, I'm going to do what I believe to be prudent. And that is to make sure that my freezers are as full as is humanly possible. So that I don't have to be out there with the crazies. Because hungry people do stupid stuff. I would rather be out there acting than being acted upon. So, that's what we're doing. We're doing our best tonight to make sure that we can maintain normalcy for ourselves and the ones we love by taking the resources when they're available and putting them into our own little grubby Irish hands. So, what are you doing? If you've decided that you're going ahead and get your little ouchie, okay. None of my freaking business. You got your reasons? Go do what you think is right. But that's not going to guarantee you a full belly. Because if we can go back and look at history, we can see all kinds of times when the people who were on the side of the those in charge went hungry. Sometimes it's because they were being punished. Sometimes it's just because there wasn't enough to go around. So, you know, I don't like telling you what to do, but I would suggest that if you have not done this already, that you start seeing some provision for yourselves, the ones you love, and the ones that the Father may decide. I put the wrong date on there. 16th. Okay. The ones that the Father may decide need to come to you. So, all of this, while it's for me and mine, I'm also of the mind that there may be others that the Father needs me to take care of. So I want to make sure that I'm in a position to bless them and provision them. So, anyway, everything's all good. Or, as good as it could possibly be. So, go out there and do something, YouTube. I'm not a prophet. I don't have my finger on the pulse of everything. But the hair on the back of my neck is standing up. And I think that before too long, things may get a little bit difficult for us. So, with all my blessings, go do something. Shalom.